Okay, so now we know that it's actually working, which is good. Okay, so all this occurred. Bishop back to d3 was played, which is a logical move because my opponent is aiming toward my king side with this move. You know, setting up some potential threats of, if I'm not careful, taking on f6, weakening h7, and potentially being able to attack there. So h6 is a response that you want to keep in your back pocket in this kind of position. Puts the question to the bishop, and you're basically you're throwing the ball right back into white's court with this move. Are you really going to take on f6 and give me the bishop pair, or are you going to retreat and not do much to advance your position, which is what bishop h4 is? And that's what white chose. Yeah, you know, rook e8 is just one of those solid good moves that you can play without too much thought. This move simply hung the pawn on d4, so I capitalized on that. And here, yeah, I thought it was a good idea to facilitate trades, because given that I am up material here, let's see, I'm up one pawn here, but you know, one pawn is enough of a justification to look for trades. And I think more challenging here for white would have been bishop g3 to obviously avoid trades, keep more material on board. But you know, white sort of thoughtlessly just accepted the trade. Not a good idea. I don't recommend that. And here I just completely lost my mind for all intents and purposes. I wasn't even looking at my opponent's threats. Yeah, I mean, this is a classic example right here of not looking at your opponent's threats. I mean, if I'd simply spent like 10 seconds here to notice what my opponent was doing, I never would have played knight f6. I offered a queen trade just because there wasn't a whole lot better for me to do, being down a piece here, you know. And at least my thinking here was at least, you know, if I'm able to take with the a pawn, I can try to use the open a file for my rooks in some way. You know, it was essentially my only hope at this point. But yeah, a4 is a very strong move. You know, just trying to plow ahead and trade more pawns and activate white's rook. Smart idea. And yeah, I had nothing better than to take there and try to reroute my knight into a better position. But it's too little too late at this point. So, you know, I did the best I could, but under the circumstances, it was just too much. So yeah, I lost this one. It happens. Good game to my opponent. And note to self. Always notice your opponent's threats. You can benefit from that advice at any rating level. No matter how high you are, you can always benefit from that advice. So thank you for listening. And if you have any questions about this game, feel free to ask them, and I will respond as quickly as I can. Thank you. Thank you.